Hello students, welcome you all to a next session regarding discussion on analysis of turbo machines, a continued part. In the previous session, we have discussed regarding effect of discharge on the blade angles for the radial flow machines. In today's session, we will be discussing on the energy transfer and degree of reaction for the axial flow compressors as well as pumps. So in this session, now we'll start with the discussion of energy transfer as well as degree of reaction for the axial flow pumps, compressors, etc. That is the power absorbing machines. So if you have any doubts, you can send me an email to the email IDs which you can see on the screen right now. So here are my email IDs. You can send me an email to this email IDs which you can see if you have any queries. And apart from that, if you want to send an WhatsApp message also, you can send to this number which you can display it on the screen. Now we shall begin with the session. So the heading is the axial flow pumps and compressors, and we'll be discussing especially the energy transfer, the first concept. Here, the thing which you are observing here, this is nothing but they are the velocity triangles. This is the inlet velocity triangle. This is the outlet velocity triangle. So here, if you now observe in this inlet velocity triangle, the arrow mark are shown downwards, whereas same even in the outlet velocity triangles also. Now, at the same, you can see beneath at the side here, a sketch is drawn which is showing nothing but regarding the flow occurring through the rotor and stator blades. So you can see here right now he has shown this as our rotor blade, one rotor blade, and this is a stator blade which he has pointed already here. So generally in the machines, that is the pumps and compressors, there will be a flow occurring through one stage of one stage. So in one stage is a thing, but it is consisting a set of rotor and stator together. So sum of rotor and stator together, we call it as a stage. So one stage means it is passing through one rotor and stator together. It is nothing but it is stage. So one stage means one set of rotor and stator. Two stages means two sets of rotor and stator. Similarly, this goes on. So now here we are analyzing the fluid flow for an axial flow machine passing through rotor and stator. And for this rotor, when the fluid is been flowing, it is being represented by this inlet velocity triangle, which you can see here. Similarly, even for the stator, the velocity triangle is drawn here. You can see here. So inlet velocity triangle as well as the outlet velocity triangle. So now when the number of stages are more, then we need to calculate the work transfer, that is the energy transfer, as well as you can say it as change in enthalpy for each number of stages. So therefore, the sum of the sum of energy transfer for each stage, when you sum it all, you will get the total energy transfer for the entire compressor or a pump. So mathematically, how we can write this one? Mathematically, we write this as delta H naught of a machine, delta H naught of a machine is equal to delta H naught heat transfer, that is the energy transfer for the first stage, then delta H naught for the second stage, then delta H naught for the third stage, and so on. This process continues, and so on. This process continues. So in other words, what we can say that the total enthalpy delta H naught, the total enthalpy delta H naught is nothing but it is the sum of the delta H naught enthalpies for all the individual stages which are summed up together. Now, already we have learned in the previous sessions that energy transfer for the power absorbing machines, we say that U2 is greater than tangential velocity, tangential speed at the outlet is greater than tangential speed at the inlet, which means mathematically you can write your equation of the energy transfer as E is equal to u2 vu2 minus u1 vu1 by gc. So today we are studying regarding the axial flow machines. So for always axial flow machines, already we have learned that in the axial flow machines, the tangential speed is uniform. That is u1 is equal to u2 is equal to u. So when you substitute u1 is equal to u2 is equal to u, your equation it gets in this form now. That is E is equal to u of v u2 minus v u1 by gc. This is your energy transfer equation for axial flow machines of the pumps and compressors. So let us see now. So as I said, for the axial velocity components, u1 is equal to u2 is equal to u. Also, another important thing is here the flow velocity terms, which you can see here for the inlet velocity triangle, the flow velocity va1. Similarly, the flow velocity at the outer, that is va2. This flow velocity throughout it remains constant, that is va1 for the axial flow machines. It is representation now v of becomes here va1 va2 is equal to va, because throughout the machines there is an axial flow happening. It is constant. It is a constant. So va1 is equal to va2 is equal to a. Now the energy transfer energy equation for per kg of fluid, how you can write? As I told, delta H naught is equal to E into U, VU2 minus VU1 by GC. So now we need to find out the value of tangential speed U and velocity components VU2 and VU1 in terms of gamma 1, gamma naught, gamma 2, gamma 3. So you should get the values of these terms U, VU2, VU1 in terms of gamma 1, gamma naught, gamma 2, gamma 3. So let us begin with the derivation of this particular equation. So considering initially the inlet velocity triangle, and he has said, let us consider the inlet velocity triangle OAB. This is the inlet velocity triangle. Here this OAB, it is making an angle how much? Gamma 1. So tan gamma 1, what is this tan gamma 1 according to you? Tan gamma 1 is nothing but it is AB divided by OB. Now from this particular picture, if you observe for the inlet velocity triangle, what is the value of AB from here to here? The value of AB. So the entire velocity triangle, that is from A to C, it is U, B to C, it is U1. So here how I can write this one? AB, it is as U minus V U1. That is AB is equal to U minus V U1 divided by OB. OB is nothing but it is the flow velocity, which is nothing but VA1. So now I write as tan gamma 1 is equal to AB by OB, which is equal to U minus VU1 by VA1. And as I said, the axial velocity, flow velocity is constant throughout. So VA1 is equal to VA. So therefore, U minus VU1 to VA tan gamma 1, where VA1, VA2 is equal to VA. Similarly, now I will write for the another right angle triangle, that is OBC, which is making angle how much? Gamma naught. So tan gamma naught is equal to now BC divided by OB. BC value directly we have here. Its length is how much? It is VU1, OB is VA. So directly I can write the equation now that for a triangle OBC, tan gamma naught is equal to BC by OB, which is equal to VU1 by A1, or VU1 is equal to VA into tan gamma naught. That is my equation number 3. Now, next, from the inlet velocity triangle, what we can say? What is U? So U is nothing but it is the summation of U is what? If you observe carefully, what is U? U, it is the summation of this particular term, that is U minus VU1, this length AB. AB is what? U minus VU1 plus of BC. Its value is VU1, which you can see here in the sketch. So u is equal to, that is AC is equal to AB plus BC. AB value is what? It is u minus, AB value is u minus VU1. Similarly, BC value is u1. So now I will substitute it here and write, simplifying this equation, I write as u is equal to VA into tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma naught. Similarly, I will write now even for the outlet velocity triangle directly. So for the outlet velocity triangle, now what we have? We have, it has tan gamma 2 plus, sorry, we have VA into tan gamma 2 plus tan of gamma 3. So now if I apply this for my outlet velocity triangle, if I apply this for my outlet velocity triangle, what do I get? Let us see here. Similarly, for triangle PQS, we are having u is equal to QR plus RS, right? So therefore, u is equal to VA into tan gamma 2 plus tan gamma 3 for the outlet velocity triangle also, because both are similar in nature. So now, if I equate equation 4 and equation 5 together, what is our equation 4? Our equation 4 is this one, that is u is equal to VA into tan of gamma 1 plus tan of gamma naught. So if I equate both together, what do happen? These terms gets cancelled. You are remaining tan gamma 2 plus tan gamma 3 is equal to tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma naught. So let us see here now. Equating both together. Now here, this term gets cancelled, VA gets cancelled, even this gets cancelled. Tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 1 is equal to tan gamma 2 plus tan gamma 3. Or I can write shift tan gamma to this other side. It becomes tan gamma 1 minus of tan gamma 2 is equal to tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught. Let us see. So on simplification, I get this one. Now another important point is we need to get the value of VU1 and VU2 for respect to our energy equation. Our energy equation is E is equal to U VU2 minus VU1 by GC. So again, if I consider my right angle triangles, especially with respect to gamma 1, gamma naught and gamma 3, how I can write? So gamma naught, it is this particular triangle, gamma naught. Why? Because it is involved with VU1. Similarly, gamma 3, it is involved with this particular triangle. Why? Because it is having velocity component, tangential velocity component as VU2. Now, tan gamma 3, how I can write? Already we have discussed. Tan gamma 3 is equal to VU2 by VA2, or VU2 is equal to VA tan gamma 3. Similarly, we are having VU1 is equal to VA tan gamma naught. So therefore, if it substitute the value of VU1 and VU2 in equation 1, what do we get? This is the value of tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught, where what is the value of this is similar to the your equation. What is our equation 1? Our equation 1 is E is equal to U of VU2 minus VU1 by GC. So this is VU2, this is VU2, then this is VU1. You can see here. So again, I can write this equation as U into VA tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught by GC. If you observe equation number 7 and equation number 6, you can see what is tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught. It is equal to which one? Tan gamma minus tan gamma 2. And also these gamma 3 and gamma naught, they are the angles made by the absolute velocities V1 and V2. So now I can write this as in this form also. It is gamma naught and gamma 3, they are the angles made by absolute inlet and outlet velocities. So therefore, gamma 1, I can replace them by gamma 1 and gamma 2. We call them as the air angles. So equation 7, once again I will take. I am showing that we can replace in terms of the blade angles gamma 1 and gamma 2. So therefore, gamma 3 minus gamma 1, that is tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught is equal to, this is the replacement, tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. We can replace. So we will replace this tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught by this one, tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2 in terms of blade angles with the axial direction. And we can write that equation as E into UVA GC. Equation 7 can be written as tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. Now, another important point, students, if you observe carefully this right angle triangle OAB, if you observe tan gamma 1, you can get the value of tan gamma 1 only if you know tan of 90 minus beta 1, which means trigonometrically it becomes cot of beta 1, which means the blade angles beta 1, beta 2, you can write them in the form of a cot also, and then again convert them to the respective things. So therefore, now in terms of blade angles, I want in terms of blade angles beta 1 and beta 2, so I will write them as tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2 as cot beta 1 minus cot beta 2. So what is cot? It is 1 by tan beta 1. So I can write it as 1 by tan beta 1 minus 1 by tan beta 2, or the energy transfer equation in terms of blade angles for the axial flow compressors and pumps, it is written as this one, tan beta 2 minus tan beta 1 divided by tan beta 1 into tan beta 2. This equation number 10, it represents the energy transfer for axial flow machines, that is the pumps, compressors, etc. It is the power absorbing machines. Similarly, we need to find the degree of reaction. So for the degree of reaction, already you know, generally the energy equation in terms of the velocity components for the power absorbing machines, we are writing it as E is equal to V2 square. For power absorbing machines, I am writing V2 square minus V1 square by 2GC plus U2 square minus U1 square by 2GC plus here VR1 square minus VR2 square by 2GC. Out of these three components, the first component it is the dynamic component, and the remaining two, they are the static components. For axial flow machines, we have said that V1 is equal to U2, which means this term becomes 0. Then here only we are having one static component, that is the relative kinetic velocity component, and this is the static head which is responsible for the change of relative kinetic energy. Let us see. Static head is the only one, that is VR1 square minus VR2 square by 2GC, or our degree of reaction equation, we are writing that is the static head divided by dynamic head, that is total divided by total energy of the device. So as I said here, we are having axial flow, this becomes 0, this also becomes 0, then we are remaining with the other terms, that is VR1 square minus VR2 square by 2GC. So if you observe carefully this particular equation, I can write this as VR1 square minus VR2 square by 2GC whole divided by E. Whole divided by E, as here the axial velocity components, they become equal to one another. So therefore, R is equal to, I can write in this form as I said, 1 by 2GC VR1 square minus VR2 square by E. Now what we need to find out is, here please observe this equation 1 carefully. In this equation 1, we have to find out the value of VR1 square minus VR2 square in the form of gamma 1 and gamma naught, or gamma 2, gamma 3, gamma 4. Sorry, gamma 1, gamma naught, gamma 2, gamma 3. Similarly, even energy also, Already we have learned how to get the value of E. Now let us see the things how we can get these all. Triangle OAB. Again, I go for the inlet velocity triangle OAB. So in the inlet velocity triangle OAB, I will find the thing that is OA square, applying our hypotenuse rule. OA square is equal to OB square plus AB square. What is the value of OA square? It is nothing but VR1 square. OB square is VAN square. AB, how to get the value of AB? How to get the value of AB? This is how to get the value of AB. So AB is nothing but it is again tan gamma 1 is equal to AB by OB, or AB is equal to OB into tan gamma 1. Here in the question it is AB square. So in the derivation it is AB square. This equal to whole square, that is OB square is equal to tan square gamma 1. Let us see. We substitute here. We have the value of OB as VA1, that is VA square, OA square as VR1 square. So I get VR1 square is equal to VA square plus VA square tan square gamma 1. This is from the inlet velocity triangle. Similarly, if I go for the outlet velocity triangle, this one, the outlet velocity triangle, then I can write VR2 square is equal to VA square plus VA square tan square gamma 2. Let us see. We have written here, I want the value of VR1 square minus VR2 square. Then what I will do now here, I will see that I subtract VR1 square minus VR2 square, which means I will get the value of this particular term. So therefore, VR1 square minus VR2 square is equal to, these are the terms which are remaining. Cancel the terms, VA plus VA square minus VA square. Take out VA square as common. We are remaining with tan square gamma 1 minus tan square gamma 2. That is this form. Now, energy equation for the power reservoir machines, just now we have discussed, that is E is equal to UVA tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2 it is. So what was our degree of reaction equation? Our degree of reaction equation was R is equal to 1 by 2. It is VR1 square minus VR2 square divided by E. So E value we have here, VR1 square by VR1 square minus VR2 square, just now we have seen. So substitute the values here and we get it as this form. Please observe here carefully this particular term tan square gamma 2 minus tan square gamma 1. How it is? It is just like a square minus b square. It is a plus b, a minus b. The first thing. Second important thing is this va gets cancelled, this gc gets cancelled. Then on simplification, our equation remains as a plus b, a minus b. Here the cancellations, they get cancelled, and our equation, it is simplified as VA by U tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2 by 2. Or this becomes tan gamma m also, where gamma m is the mean blade velocity, mean blade angle with respect to the axial direction. This is in terms of gamma 1. Now this equation number 6, R is equal to VA by U tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2 divided by 2. I need to write in terms of blade angles beta 1 and beta 2. So in terms of blade angles beta 1 and beta 2, that is the tan gamma 1 which we done in the energy transfer equation, the same thing. Tan gamma 1, how I can write? I can write this as tan of 90 minus beta 1. So 90 degree minus beta 1, I get the third angle, which becomes, this becomes as cot of beta 1. Now the same things I'm going to do now here. In terms of beta 1 and beta 2, I get it as VA by U cot beta 1 plus cot beta 2 by 2. Or this cot beta is nothing but it is 1 by tan of beta 1. This becomes 1 by tan beta 1 plus 1 by tan beta 2, or this degree of reaction equation becomes tan beta 1 plus tan beta by 2 divided by tan beta 1 into tan beta 2. So in this way, we derive the degree of reaction equation for power absorbing machines, that is the pumps, compressors, blowers, etc. So in the next session, we will be discussing regarding the head capacity relationship for the radial flow machines. Thank you, students.